Good morning, everybody. Please introduce myself is Aprianto Doni Indrawan. My friend is Abdullah Khoir. This morning, we will present about the review paper, the past, present, and future of open innovation by Barbara Bigiadi, Giovanna Ferraro, and Renati Dipelli and Francisco Galati. This is our subject in Magister Manajemen Teknologi Institut Teknologi 10 November Surabaya. That is lecture by Dr. Insinyur Tatang Taufik MS. Next. And for the introduction, since the 2003 publication of textbook seminal work, Open Innovation, then new imperative for creating and profiting from technology, the concept of open innovation has garnered increasing attention from academic and practitioner alike. As a demonstration of its importance, Seabrook's study has gained more than 90,000 citations in 16 years. According to Google Scholar, Seabrook proposed the following definition of open innovation based on the concept of business model. We define open innovation as a distributed innovation process based on purposefully managing knowledge flow across organizational boundaries using pecuniary and non-pecuniary mechanisms in line with the organization business model. The modern competitive context is in which firms have to operate. The linear model of innovation is no longer able to adequately explain innovation activities. Today, organizations have to collaborate with external stakeholders through the iterative exchange of knowledge, technology, and resources across their boundary. And for the pattern interpretation and evaluation, so in the graphic, so the number of publication per year from 2003, when the first study of by Seabrook was published, to 2018, and the number of investigated papers dealing the topic has grown exponentially. List to the top 10 journal by the number of papers on open innovation published. And the below of the graphic is in order to identify the natural grouping of other articles by putting them into separate cluster, and then list the most descriptive term that characterize those clusters. Conducted several experimental runs to identify the optimal number of clusters, which was identified as 9, each of them representing thematic area. So the size of each cluster in terms of the number of the paper, the most numerous cluster in order cluster 5, 1, 9, and 2. And the present evaluation over time of the corresponding thematic areas for each cluster. The figure reveals how some investigated thematic area have arisen in sense the emergence of the open innovation paradigm. Other thematic area. Start after a few years of delay, well, for the remaining cluster 3, 6, and 7, the first paper appeared in 2009. In addition, the same figure also shows how the number of paper gets grown with each cluster. And the pattern the present and evaluation cluster, first is the context dependency of open innovation, whereby the most evident external content characteristic is that of industry. The second is a collaborative framework, that is a second highly investigated topic within the literature, is the collaborative framework that companies may adopt when opening up their innovation process. And the third is organizational dimension of open innovation. Open innovation is by nature a business model. And the fourth is performance of an open innovation. In particular, how open innovation impact performance and the aspect of the open innovation that make it effective. In addition to obvious financial benefit, performance driven by open innovation may also be non-financial. For example, short time to market and more sales, innovative, a number of innovation, gaining access to new market, and enhance from technology position. And the 5 is external source of the open innovation that is receiving the most attention. External source for open innovation relates to different types of openness, especially the three knowledge process of knowledge exploration, retention, and exploitation, which can be performed either inside or outside from boundaries. And next slide, please. On the pattern interpretation and evaluation cluster, first is open innovation in SMEs. Claim that SMEs are hindered by internal external structural impediment such as smallness, managerial capacity skill, awareness of and access of external knowledge and finance, and fewer technology asset. However, in spite of the fact that adoption of innovation is highly critical, MS adopt for open innovation for less than multinational due the resource constraint and limitation. Second is open innovation in the pharmaceutical industry, recognizing the potential the pharmaceutical industry respond to increased difficulties and expand of exploring new medicine by embracing open innovation to access external ideas. And the third is open innovation and intellectual property rights. Open innovation refers to an innovation system where ideas and knowledge flow across the permeability from boundaries. In contrast, IPRS are generally used to exclude other from using from ideas and invention. IPRS are mainly used to prevent unintended knowledge drain and to allow companies to profit from open collaboration. And the fourth is about the technology. Technology has enabled the shift toward open innovation. Overall, the focus of research has moved away from the role of classic information and communication technology toward the technologies such as simulation, virtual reality, data mining, and rapid prototyping. 4 out of the 9 clusters identified by our analysis have grown more than the others, namely cluster 1, 2, 5, and 9. They represent hot the thematic areas. For the further step of the methodology, that is a validation and identification of future research direction. And for the validation, all experts involved were academicians who had written at least 3 papers on the open innovation topic throughout their career. Validation test related to resulting cluster representing first empirical attempt to validate to the proposed method. And the third is evaluating whether they correctly fit the cluster in which they were classified. And the fourth is this analysis led us to affirm that only 5 papers, representing that 12.5% of the subsample, did not perfectly fit the cluster in which they were classified. And in the question of future research venue, again, the backdrop of the globalization, the traditional centralization system of the research and development process has begun to progressively transform, with companies belonging to a variety of industry trying to disaggregate their centralizing research and development function and allocate their innovation process across a global network of external partner and set. In this way, multinational enterprises can distribute innovation activities according to the strength of the specific countries and external research center, thereby keeping this firm at the front and allowing them to launch new product or service in market ahead of competitors. The creation of Global Innovation Network is an organizational answer to such innovation needs. Then the education of future research avenues cluster 1. First question is what critical factor help organization participate in a global innovation network? And the second question is how can formal and informal intra and inter-organizational local and global mechanism of project-based learning and capability development in international project network organization be balanced and combined? The answer is number one is rapid technology development globally increase the competitiveness of the organization and company, and development and improvement of organizational resource. The second is equitable distribution of information and innovation to all members of the organization and increasing the ability of organizational resource in technology and information. What country level or region specific attribute represent central contingents for the open innovation paradigm? Development and provision of quality research and the state attribute that function centrally to the encourage the development of innovation are the Ministry of the Research and Technology and the Ministry of Information and Communication. And for the next slide, maybe my friend will be representing. Please, Mr. Koy.
Okay, thank you. Result 3.3, identification of future research avenue. Cluster 1, distribution of knowledge across region may have delayed the shift from closed to open innovation in less technology developed economy. Investigate whether firms in more technology developed country are able to benefit more from being open than their counterpart in less developed one. They argued that the crux of the problem is related to the diffusion of knowledge, need to develop a contingency perspective on open innovation strategies that is not confined to the firm and industry level characteristic, but also include country level attribute. From here, the question is, what country level or region specific attribute represent central contingent for the OI paradigm? The answer is development and provision of qualified research and state attribute that function centrally to encourage the development of open innovation are the Ministry of Research and Technology and the Ministry of Information and Communication. As OI become more ubiquitous, firms will need to increasing really on external organization to provide support and connect them to the need human resource. Millennials are now the large part of the U.S. labor force, and as emerging economy rise, talent pool of skilled labor will progressively come from emerging market. This evaluation will push firms to reconcile their human capital and recruitment model as they seek way to satisfy the need and preference of these two groups. The question is, what influence will a global, mobile, more diverse workforce exert on the OI paradigm? The development of the organization increase with the same goal through innovation information. Cluster 2, the success of OI in enhancing innovation development has resulted in public outright incentivizing firms to adopt the paradigm through public subsidies for research and development active. This incentive have been large successful in promoting OI that when the number of partners increase, the positive effect of collaboration on innovation performance is likely to decrease for oversearching and over-collaborating issue. Thus, public authorities should not be satisfied by mere increase in firm propensity to collaborate and must carefully monitor how public subsidy can improve the efficiency of such collaboration. In this, the question is, first, how do public subsidies influence OI efficiency in different countries or industry? The answer for first is public subsidy relate to the provision information and training on research development so as to increase the ability of research provide innovation that have an impact on the organization. And second, the question is, how does new ICT influence external search breadth and depth? The answer is creation of corporate innovation copyright. The third question is, how effect are strategic human research management practice in enhancing a firm R&D human capital? The answer is this allow firm to access distant knowledge in a faster and more organized way. Identification of future research avenue cluster 2. The question is, how effective are strategic human research management practice enhancing a firm R&D human capital? The answer is R&D human capital partially mediates the relationship between alliance partner, diversity, and firm innovation performance, thus indicating that it plays significant role in innovation novelty. Result identification of future research avenue for cluster 5, where the former refers to how widely firm rely on external knowledge research, and the latter refers to how intensely firm use external knowledge search. Through OI history, ICT has been considered a key research input the firm innovation activity. As firm ICT investment is related to their absorb capacity. ICT allow firm to improve their absorb capacity to acquire external knowledge. The question is, how does new ICT influence external search breadth and depth? ICT has an important role in disseminating information and innovation through the system owned by every company. Information, technology, and communication must be accessible for all organizations. The question is, how does the absorb capacity modify firm research and capability? The company research capability needs to be improved with development so that it affects the company ability. The second question is, what is the relationship between individual effort in assimilating external knowledge and firm innovation? The answer, assimilation of external information must be adapted to the company so that innovation and knowledge are in line with the direction of company. The third question is, what organizational capability are necessary for sustaining the assimilation of external knowledge at the individual level? The answer, understanding the company vision and mission so that the development of individual knowledge and information can produce innovation that are in line with the organization. Crowdfunding for cluster 9, crowdfunding has become popular in recent years and is one of the most used way to innovative. Often small organizations have been able to access capital. Crowdfunding backers are early adopters who offer advice, idea, and even criticism, including about design issue. Throughout the product development process, they are considered important not only for their financial contribution, but also their cooperation and support during knowledge creation and for their help in creation and spreading word of mouth awareness for the crowdfunded ID. The question is what are implication deriving from the informed of crowdfunding backer in crowdfunding campaign? The answer, crowdfunding informed fund can increase innovation development from both individual and organization who have limitation. In cluster 9, the question first, what are the reasons that drive people to act unethically in ID competition? The answer is competition for better desires between individuals who are not in accordance with the rule or moral. The question is second, what self-governing practice emerge through relation participant interaction in ID competition community? The answer is prioritize applicable rules and procedure. And third, how can one define an ROI that measure the impact of social networking site on process of knowledge search in innovation active? The answer is ROI measurement of innovation that have been provided can be through stakeholder, user, or who receive benefit from the innovation that have been provided. The conclusion is discussion. First, to identify the main thematic area discussed in the past and track their evolution over time. And second, to provide recommendation for future research avenue. And policy implication. The first is foster the development of novel innovation. Policymakers should work on policy aimed at a corporation network that involve research institution and university. The second, policy measurement should consider of OI efficiency, particularly for SMI, with particular focus of the return of OI in relation to innovation performance. Third, policymaker and authorized should find a better way to integrated subsidy with consultancy service that can provide the necessary support to firm in terms of searching for a coordination with partner. And fourth, give the recognized value of culture as source of competitive advantage at the country level. Consider a non-tractable research. Policymakers should consider adopting an innovation strategy that include culture contingencies. Thank you for our review.